decide this. Are we okay with a one-party rule? Are you okay with no challenge to the existing establishment? Are we so on top of things here in California that we really don't need a conversation? Is everything so good here that we shouldn't challenge and really expect our sitting legislators to talk about, oh, I don't know, what they've done the last 6 years and perhaps what they're going to do the next 6 years. Dianne Feinstein has no plan. She has not put out a plan. She has not told anyone what she would do with 6 more years in the U.S. Senate because she doesn't think she has to. I think that is not only wrong, it's dangerous for you. It's dangerous to get to a point where you have existing leadership that is so entrenched that they will look you right in the eye and say, I have no respect for you anymore. I am just going to be here as long as I feel like it. So we've got to, I'm going to, like I said, continue to point that out as much as I possibly can. It's wrong on every level. And you know what, she should be able to defend her principles and her policies and her decisions just fine. If she's that confident in them, she should be able to handle the debate with no problem.
I was just in a committee meeting with the Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Planning and Budget here at UCLA, and our administration, our faculty, and our student government is promoting California Proposition 30, and we're hearing a lot about that.
Yeah.
As Republicans, what can we do to just explain to the student body that California Proposition 30 is ultimately going to hurt California and hurt us in the long run?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know the propositions like I should. I've been so focused on my race. It continues to be one of those things I just haven't had a chance to really look into. Can you just tell me real briefly what it is?
Basically, if Proposition 30 passes, if I understand correctly, it would prevent an increase from happening for us, at least student fees, but it would be taxing a certain percentage for those who make over $250,000 a year. And so,
so it's a tax increase.
Yeah, the tax increase to prevent cuts from the UC and CS.
Okay, and this is obviously state funds, right? So this is obviously my background is more at the federal tax level, but let me just make a comment about what I see, because this is true whether it's at the federal level or the state level. It's the most disingenuous thing one of the most disingenuous things I see. Here's what you do. If you want to propose a tax increase, you look at all the people affected and you pick the sick or the infirm and tell everybody that if you don't pass the tax increase, it's going to hurt the sick or the infirm or the students, right? We're going to take it away from the kids. It's a dirty trick, and they do it at the federal level and they do it at the state level. If we don't figure out how to get our finances under control, both at the federal level and the state level, we're going to continue the downward slide. You, especially my economics majors in the room, you at some point in the course of your studies are going to have to make a fundamental decision about what you believe. Do you believe that our economy has been built on opportunity and entrepreneurship and the ability to follow the American dream, or do you believe that we have an obligation to make government as big as we possibly can, to cover and take care of as many people as we possibly can, and which is the way to, whether you're looking for prosperity for either side, you're going to ultimately have to decide what you really believe, because you can't believe both. You're going to have to decide, are you a free market economist? Do you believe that the system we've had here in our country for well over 200 years is what's led to our economic superiority? And I'm going to use that word. We are still, to this day, vastly economically superior by sevenfold to any other country in the world. We still are, even with the problems we have. Or do you believe that the systems that we see in Europe, for example, largely more socialist? Socialism is not a dirty word, it's a real system. It believes in larger government that can take care of more and more people. Do you believe that is the better way to go? Or again, a communist type system? Again, let's not get ourselves all hung up with that these are dirty and bad words. They're different choices. They are different ways of building your economy. So you're going to have to ultimately decide. I clearly am on the side of lower taxes, smaller government, individual freedom, and the opportunity for anyone to do maximize their own potential.
I understand where you're coming from with that, but I can see how you can believe in both, and hear me out.
Yeah.
Of course, our whole country, the way it's been building up, was definitely the first one, smaller government, to get top dollar. So that's why they're saying, okay, well, I can't make top dollar, so I'm going to let the government come in here and do everything for me. So they are believing in both. They're believing in A, that this is where it's at and this is where it's going. It's like, we got to stop that. And you get people out there realizing that, hey, if you're working for $20,000 a year, that's better than nothing.
Right.
And then the next thing they say, oh, well, we can't do that because the inflation and all that stuff.
Right.
Go live with your parents. Save money. Go do it.
Well,
Everyone's
something's
so
definitely
lazy.
gonna stop it, and it's,
How do you
and,
do it?
but, well, here's
It's
where I
like
see,
infection.
I think we can see it happening right now. Look at the country, this was not like this when I was a student in school like you, we did not have two different, we have two completely different mindsets now in our states around the country. And what I think you're gonna see is more division, you're gonna see more and more blue states and red states, and you're going to have big government states, and you're going to have opportunity and liberty states, and I think you're going to see the collapse of economic systems that don't embrace a free market economy, like California. I don't know how bad it's going to have to get here. I'm not sure how many more people have to leave. Are you aware that millions of people, and the people who are leaving are my age group? The 40 to 50-year-olds who are leaving the state now because they can be more, they can do better in other states. We're just leaving. So I think that what'll stop it is if we don't recognize that the foundation of our country was the other economic principle and what we see happening here in California. I think you'll just see people literally move.
Well, when you say without the separation, it goes
Yeah.
back to the old grasshoppers and the ants.
Yeah.
When the grasshoppers outweigh the ants, is when you get that separation.
Yeah.
When there's too many grasshoppers, it all falls apart.
Right.
And that's exactly what we're seeing now.
Right. I think what's going to happen on a federal level is I do think the vast majority of the people recognize that this is not working, and I think we're going to have a new president. And then, but on a state level, even if, and believe me, I'm hoping that I'm elected, but even if I am, California won't turn around overnight. I'm not sure how bad it's going to have to get in California for Sacramento to change, unless we change Sacramento. Right now, today, Governor Sandoval in Nevada and Governor Perry in Texas come here once a month, at least once a month, meet with big businesses here in California and entice them to move out of California. Out of California and overseas. I talked to somebody yesterday who said, I can't do it anymore. I gotta go to Canada. It's like they're offering what they're offering, and they will come, they're coming here. They know people wanna leave. So they come here, offer them a package, they pick up their businesses, and they leave. So honestly, I'm not sure how bad it's gonna have to get in California, but if I were you right now, I wouldn't be thinking about staying in California unless something changes. I hate to say that. I'm gonna go here.
You mentioned there's 17% poverty here. I was just wondering what's the definition of poverty?
I believe it's, I want to say that it's under 20,000 a year, and
That's before taxes?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
It's
okay.
whatever the national definition for poverty
Okay,
is,
thanks,
and we
that's
have
great.
one of the highest levels now in the country. Do we want to move over to the
Yeah,
debate? Because
so,
I'm happy to
Elizabeth
still
is going to
talk
follow
one-on-one
us
with
on
you
to the
guys. I really
Ackerman
am.
A-level lounge where we'll be watching the VP debate.
Yeah.
On behalf of UCLA Republicans, we got you a little bit.
You did? Is it something with, let me look.
It's a quidditch shirt.
Yay! Thank you. That is so
It's the
sweet.
right size. It comes to
Oh, yes it is. It absolutely is. Right on. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Well, let's go watch the debate, and I hope you guys will come, and I really am happy to talk with you one-on-one. Anytime Biden's not saying something funny, or, if Ryan starts getting a little too into the weeds. And I've had dinner with